In this video, we will be discussing 2022 international relations related complete current affairs that will be useful for all government examinations. We have been taking from all sources like Hindu, Times of India, Vision IS, Mint, everything. And of course, I call it as sure short questions. The initial part on political science, that is current affairs related to political science, has been uploaded. If you want or you haven't watched it, do watch. The link will be provided in the description. So without wasting time, let's begin the video. First question. Net security provider. Net security provider. The term recently seen in news is related to. There are options. Option 1. Enhancing the mutual security of more than one country by responding to all disasters and transaction securities. Second, deploying the armed forces of one's own country in neighboring countries for providing security. So as per net security, the exact answer will be first one, that is enhancing the mutual security of more than one country by responding to all disasters and transaction securities. Do remember, even though the second point is the part of the first point, but it is not exactly the net security provider. Why was this net security provider term was in news? Because as we all know, this India, here there is Bangladesh, Myanmar, Indonesia, right, Madagascar. India is trying to be a net security provider in Indian Ocean region, right, that is here, Indian Ocean region, and that's why net security provider was in news. Second question, SAGAR, SAGAR is the full form of. SAGAR is the brainchild of Narendra Modi. When did the BJP government, that is central, it came at the center, Prime Minister Narendra Modi came up with this SAGAR brainchild? The question is asking what is the full form of it. First one, Society for Agriculture and GM Crops in Regional Areas. Second, Security and Growth for All in the Region. Third, Secured Applications for Generating Agricultural Resources, Survey and Grasping Aspect of Region. The answer is Security and Growth for All in the Region. That is, as I told in the previous slide, that India is trying to become the net security provider in Indian Ocean region. For this reason, security and growth for everyone, that is whoever present in this region, it will be provided for that. That's why the SAGAR is security and growth for all in the region. Osaka Declaration seen in the news is related to. It's one of the most important question and it can be asked in your examination directly as it is. Osaka Declaration, it is related to first one, human migration and trafficking. Second, digital economy. Third, sustainable development goals announcement. Fourth one, human rights. The answer is digital economy. Osaka Declaration is related to digital economy. Osaka Declaration, it was done by G20 group members, and there was also called Osaka Track. Osaka Track that was established in this declaration. Let's go on to the next question. Consider the following statement regarding Osaka Declaration recently that was seen in news. These type of questions are directly asked in UPSC because these are statement based questions and it becomes very important. First one, India has signed the Osaka Track that was launched under the declaration. Second, it is the initiative of G20 countries. Third, it is the declaration on digital economy. If at all you have read Osaka Declaration in brief, then you will get to know that India has not signed the Osaka Track. Okay, that's why you can eliminate option A. It's gone. It is gone and it is gone. The answer is B and C only. That is, it is the initiative of G20 countries and it is the declaration on digital economy. Neighborhood First Policy. Neighborhood First Policy is the policy of which country? Is it of China, India, USA or European Union? The answer is India. Neighborhood First Policy is the policy that is followed by India. What does it mean? That is, India is trying to give importance to its neighbors. India is trying to give importance to its neighbors than giving importance to the Western countries from India. That's why it is called as neighborhood first policy. That is, they are given the first preference. Next, India imports dash percentage oil through Indian Ocean region. 65%, 70%, 74% or 68%. India imports 70% of oil through Indian Ocean region, and that's why India is trying to become the net security provider in that region so that it can be a easy step for India and tackling the China overtake over that region, because we all know that China is coming through its one policy called as, that is, they are building the banks, dams, roads, and it has evolved with one policy. Which is that policy? Do comment it in the video below. To tackle that policy, India is trying to become the net security provider, and also Indian Ocean region. From that region, India imports 70% of its oil by that region. Recently, India Out protest held in which of the following country? That means India Out. All the peoples or citizens of that country were shouting that India should go out. Indian citizens, and India should go out from that particular country. Which is that country? Is it Maldives, UAE, Ukraine, or Tonga Island? The answer is Maldives. In Maldives, India Out protests were held. One-time claim of Minicoy Island by Maldives was resolved by. What happened? India, Maldives, and here is Lakshadweep. The Minicoy Islands were claimed by Maldives. In order to settle this issue, which of the settlement or act was passed? The question is asking the same. Option 1, India Maldives Land Settlement 1971, Border Agreement 1980, Parliament Law passed in 1966, or Maritime Boundary Treaty 1976. If at all even you don't know exactly what happened at the time, you can eliminate this answer and can eliminate the options and find the answer. How? See, India and Maldives don't share land, therefore this can't be the option. India and Maldives although have border, but it is maritime border, right? And it is called as maritime border and not only as border, right? Therefore this option is gone. Parliament law, alone Parliament can't pass the law in order to settle in between the two countries, therefore it can't be the option. The remaining option is Maritime Boundary Treaty of 1976. Next question. Rules of origin recently seen in news is used for. Do remember, rules of origin is important concept under free trade agreement. If at all two countries have agreed on free trade agreement, at that time rules of origin plays an important role. The question is asking for what purpose it is used. First one, to check whether the product is organic or inorganic. Second, to determine whether the products are eligible for duty-free or reduced duty under free trade agreement rules. Third, to certify whether the products can be listed or unlisted from e-commerce website, or none of the above. As I told, it is the part of free trade agreement, therefore option number 2 is correct. That is to determine whether the products are eligible for duty-free or reduced duty under free trade agreement rules. Next question. India-UAE diplomatic relations were established in which year? India and UAE, that is India and UAE has established diplomatic relations in which year? Is it 1970, 1964, 1981 or 1972? The answer is 1972. In 1972, India and UAE established the diplomatic relations. Consider the following statements regarding India-UAE trade relations. As we said, India and UAE established the diplomatic relations in 1972. From that day onwards, we have been involved in bilateral trade. The question is asking which of these following statements regarding India UAE trade relations are correct. First one, UAE is India's third largest trading partner. Second one, UAE is the second largest export destination of India after USA. Which of the above statements are correct? It's factual and you should remember. So the answer here is both A and B. That is, UAE is the third largest trading partner of India. It may be either after USA and China. And UAE is the second largest export destination. That is, India exports most of its product to UAE after USA. So the answer is both 1 and 2. MSC conference, which takes place every year in Munich, Germany. Munich, Germany. If at all you know what is the abbreviation of MSC, you can answer this question. Since 1963 is related to, first one, international space occupancy or greenhouse gas reduction, sustainable development, or international security policy. The Munich Security Conference, as it is called, MSC Conference, it takes place in Munich, Germany since 1963, is related to international security policy. Donetsk and Luhansk regions recently seen in news are collectively known as. What are these regions? As you all know, recently and even till now, there is a war going between Russia and Ukraine. And this is the region where these two regions are present, that is Donetsk and Luhansk. This region is collectively known as Donbas. 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 So answer is Donbas. Thanks for watching the video. Hope it will help in your examination. Do subscribe the channel and share with your friends for more updates or even for PDF. If you want PDF, join the Telegram channel that will be provided in the description. Thank you.